Hello lovely people, I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. I'm here to do hashtag FFF 2026 prompt 8. I'm a day late. Sorry, I wasn't around yesterday. And so I'm coming to this now. I have this old junk journal. I'm going to do it across a double page. I have gessoed this because it was a hideous piece of advertising literature. I have scissors, I have glue, I have ink, I have some thin card, just a something of food came in. I've got various papers, I've got some stickers. Let's start. To start with, the prompt is windows or tunnels. I thought I would do windows. So I found this magazine piece of curtains. I thought I would quite like to stick that to that page. So that is what I'm going to do. Glue everywhere. Right up to the edges. Do you know what? Let's be sensible here and get a couple of pieces of paper. And stick those in there. Right. Where's my curtains? There's my curtains. This appears to be floor. So I am going to put that at the bottom. I want that as close in as I can get it. I quite like it to be straight. Let's leave that for the time being. On this side, I have this. And what I'm going to stick on top of it is going to cover up the middle. So I am just going to tear this in half. I'm going to glue both sides of it. Both halves. If you glue both sides will be sticky. How are you all? I hope you had a good week. It's been raining less here, which is nice. A friend was telling me the other day that him and his wife have been pumping water out of their garden to stop it flooding their house, which sounds altogether very stressful. Right, so these are going to go either side, right up to the edge of this page. Then I'm going to be cutting off the excess. So on this side, oh, I'm so useless at cutting in a straight line. That's fine. Still got a bit of floor, which is good. Let's cut this off before it sticks to everything else. There. Oops. caught the end. Look what I've done. What a mess. Hopefully what I'm going to stick on the middle will cover that. Right, that's that bit done. Is this the most cack-handed thing you've ever seen in your life? That isn't even going to work for me. Let's use... Okay, sorry. Elbows out of the way now. Right, this is what we've got. Let's put my papers back. Now, what I want to do is create a window on this side. I'm not going to bother with those because something's going to be stuck over the top. And what I thought I would use is, I've still got a load of fronts of these, which are the boxes that some cheap Temu postcards came in. So I'm going to do that. I've gessoed it because I don't want it to be brown. It's a bit of a mess at the back, but it's not a problem. First of all, what I want is I want to stick these, which are also gessoed. I want to stick those down the middle of there and then cut the excess off. So we'll put that there, like that, and then I will just use these, oops, to cut that bit off. I want to do the same on this side, so I'm just going to put a bit there and a bit there. That's way too much. Spread it out a bit. Up a bit, up a bit, up a bit. What do we reckon there? Yeah. And to hold that in place, I have some clear plastic packaging. It's a bit big. I'm going to cut about that amount off there. Is that going to fit? Yes, that's going to be fine. Oops. And I'm going to cut just a little bit off the top because I don't want it to go over that archway. We're going to put glue. Oops. Clean that up. We're going to put glue all around there. We are going to stick that just there. And that is my window. And then we're going to take a piece of paper that I cut previously, and we want to stick that over there. Wallpaper window. So Let's open this out. I want this definitely glued at the edges. I want it definitely glued around the outside. Now I've cut in this piece of paper that I think looks like bad wallpaper. I've cut the oval slightly bigger so it looks like there is a window frame. So there we go. There is the window frame. Now what I want to do is I want to cut. Good job you're not going to see this side, isn't it? I want to cut that out of there. I might just fold that down. So I'm gonna cut that along there, and I'm gonna cut the corners off, and I'm gonna look at folding this, I think. Once I've, yeah, so we can fold that there. We can fold that over there. I was thinking when I was thinking about this window and what I was going to do, that I thought, yes, okay, let's do a window. But then I thought, wouldn't it be fun if the scene was different every so often? A bit more needs to come off there, I think. So we'll just cut along there. So I wanted to make a window where you could actually change what you could see. And so this is what I've come up with. Now this is going to go on the back of that like that, just to give it a little bit of depth. So I need, first of all, to open that bit out, and I want to stick see, when I'd taken these apart, they only had this flap bit attached on one side. So I thought I'd use two. I'd use the flaps to give a bit of structure. Let's move that down a bit. And so I want that to stick there. It's not going to. It will do if I hold it for long enough. Right, I want that to stick there. And to be honest, if it doesn't stick, it is sticking now. I was thinking if it doesn't stick, I could just, I don't know, staple it or something. Now, the other thing I want is the things I've got to go inside are only that long. So I've cut a bit of, this was a cat food box, 2 thin strips, stuck them together, and I want to stick that as a stopper to stop these things disappearing from the face of the earth. So we will just put that there. That should work. Okay. So then I'm going to wrap this over, and I sort of want it to be like that. Yes, that's what we want. So I want to glue this bit, I want to glue this bit and this bit, and I want to wrestle it into place so it sticks. I'm using the stronger glue. Okay, first of all, what needs to happen is the window bits need to line up. That isn't too bad. Now the window bits have lined up. I need to get the sides to stick. And then, we will have a little slightly raised pocket. I will just hold that in place. I will hold that in place. You will stick, because that's what I want you to do. So I can't put a clip on this because it all claps the structure. So we're just going to leave it like that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that in there. Oh, that wasn't a good idea, was it? No, that was a silly idea. Right. Okay. I'm going to run a little bit of glue under this and fold these little, look at the mess I'm making. Get these paper bits folded, and that hopefully will help the adhesion between the two bits. Get in there. Bit more glue there. Uh-oh. This does not want to stick. I'm gonna... Ah, that might do it. Got something to hold it to now. Better. Now, if we can do the same with this one. Do you know, this is going on the back. I could actually cheat and just sellotape it. Shall I do that? Right. Okay. I'm going to put dark glue under there because it's annoying me. And there we go. Yeah. Then I'm going to glue this down this side. Way too much glue up the top there. This is my window box. And this is going to go on there like that. In fact, it's going to go on there like that now. So, okay, let's get the book back. And let's take this, let's place it in a vaguely central position, and let's hold it down. Let us take my bone folder and just give it a squish. Like that. Right. The next thing we're going to do is decorate this side. I thought that we could have a plant, going for a green theme this side. So we're going to have a house plant. We're going to put it there, so it is resting on the floor. I found this young lady here. Her eyes are going to need redirecting. Do I want to cut her legs off? No, probably not. Let's glue her. I cut this off some paper that I was using the other day. Oh dear. Look what's happened to you. A bit heavy-handed with the glue stick. So I might need to cut just the end of her toe off. Okay. And then I found this little kitten, and I thought it'd be quite fun to have the kitten climbing up the curtains. So let's take that big wodge of glue that I was wasting and put it back over there, and we'll have the kitten climbing up the curtains. And on this side, to tie in the green, I found some birds in a collage book, the same collage book as the kitten came from, and so I thought it would be quite good fun to have some birds. Now I want to put something else at the top, so I'm actually going to stick that across there, and this one I shall stick there. We will put you on the inside of the house on the window frame. Okay, where are we at? Now I need cards. So I've got 4 stickers, 4 views of nice cafes. In fact, I've only got 3. What have I done with the other one? That's quite annoying, isn't it? Oh, there it is. I am going to stick all of these onto here. So the front can be a scene and the back can be a journaling card. That is the plan. Bit creased. And then you'll get 4 journaling cards. That's the better way to do it. This one can go up the top here. Ooh, that was bad. I can't do anything in a straight line. I'm going to stick that on there. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to cut these out without the white lines. Bear with me. Right, 4 cut out. I'm going to, am I going to round the corners? A bit stiff. Round all the corners. Then I'm not going to ink the fronts, but I am going to quickly ink the backs. Because I think if the backs are inked, you can see you're probably meant to do something with it. I'm going to tuck that. No, I'm going to ink them all first. Just quickly. And then we'll take these and we'll see what the view's like through the window. I do have one more thing I want to do to it. I can't believe it's Thursday already, you know. Don't know where this week's gone. Have you been watching the Olympics? I'm absolutely addicted to the curling. Right, let's see if these work. So, I don't think I need those now. You've got a scene through the window. They're all cafe scenes, but I quite like that. If you don't like that one, try that one. Or put it at the top. You could be at the beach. Or a different view of the beach. So, I have one other thing. One other thing that you might think is completely mad, but I thought it was quite fun. Look at this. This is one of those nets that you get fruit and vegetables in. And this is a wooden skewer that I have cut to length. I'm thinking that we have some net curtains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up the middle like that. All I did with this, by the way, is I threaded the skewer through the net inside and out, and then I reinforced it with a line of glue at the back, which is now dry. I don't think it's going to work quite like that, so I think we get a bit of cotton and we tie a knot. What have I? Do you know what? Let's just cut this off and do it properly. Right. We're going to take that. We're going to attempt. What have I done? We're going to attempt to tie a knot, but I want it. Yeah, I want it to come that way, don't I? So I want to hold it in place there. That's it. Then I'm going to tie another knot, and then I'm going to put a little bow in it. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I've got things stuck to my fingers which aren't helping. Right. You can be cut off there. Then we're going to attempt to do the same thing. Okay. Right. One. Another knot. Have you ever seen anyone make such a pig's ear of tying a bit of cotton around a bit of net? Then we're going to cut that off, and then we are going to stick that on there. We are going to attempt to move that over. That's it. Yeah. We're going to stick that on there with this lovely line of glue. There's the lid on the glue. I'm going to put quite a lot on it. It's going to take a long time to dry. But we are going to stick that there like that. We are going to find a couple of little clips which aren't going to reach, are they? Yeah, they are just. I want that holding that there. Can't find a little clip, we'll go for a big one. And I want that. Oh, anyway, final thing. There is one more thing. I want her to look at the window, so I'm just gonna I'm drawing on her to try and make it look like she's looking more towards the window. I think that might look better when it's dried. If not, I'll just wipe it off and do something else with it. Right. Have we stuck enough for me to show the page? Okay. Here's my page. We have curtains, we have wallpaper. We have a window here, we've got birds, we've got a cat climbing up the curtains, we've got a house plant, and then we've got a window where we can change the scene depending on what sort of mood everybody's in. And you can write on the back of those. So, I'm sorry this is long. I'm sorry this is late. That is my Windows prompt for hashtag FFF 2026, which is organised by Candy at Candy's Crafty Creations and Hazel at Mixed Media on a Shoestring with Hazel. Thanks for stopping by. Lovely to see you. Bye for now.